Riveting content. Empowering your life. Welcome to the Sphere. This episode is sponsored by
Smile Design Studios. Smile Design Studios, family and cosmetic dentistry, offers numerous treatments meant to maintain, heal, and customize your smile. Call us today at 281-969-7388 or visit our website at www.sdshouston.com.
Houston Housewives of Finance. For more information on increasing your cash flow, becoming your own money manager, and to schedule your complimentary personal finance strategy, contact the Houston Housewives of Finance today at 1-844-700-4463. Looking to advertise? Join the Sphere's vast demographic reach of thousands of people all over the world. Send an email today to advertise@thesphere.tv or call us at area code 832-772-7789.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome back to another episode of That Boom Bap. I'm your host, Gary Lee, also known as G Hawkins. Now look, god damn it. Make sure you're following me. Hit me up online, anywhere. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snappity, chatting at G Hawkins. That's G Hawkins with a Z. And I'm sitting here with my main man, Reem.
Yo.
Reem,
Yo.
what up, my G? What's goody?
I'm thinking about changing my name.
Really?
Yep.
So what?
I don't know yet.
What you going with
I'm
today?
I'm studying, myself and I'm peeping game and I don't know yet. Just
Just some other shit.
hold that thought. It's coming. It's
some
coming.
other shit.
Yeah, I think
Put a
I'm gonna do
pin in that.
it. Like some of the dopest dudes, had a few different names.
Yeah.
Ghostface Killers, Tony
This
Starks,
is where we going?
You Pretty Tony. You know what I'm saying? Like, why not, right?
I feel that. Shit, do it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it, my
So-
G. But yeah, that's what's up, brother. So
Yeah, man.
we're back on the Respect the DJ series.
We keeping it
now,
going.
Now, let me tell y'all, for those that are tuned in, it's your first time rocking with us for Respect the DJ. What we like to do is each month for the year of 2018, we like to take an episode and talk to a DJ that's out doing the business of that mix and master, that's doing the business of rocking the crowd with the turntable, that's doing the business of breaking new music to you or playing the jams that you truly love. And we want to talk lineage, we want to talk history, we want to talk inspiration, we want to talk foundation, we want to talk about all of those things that the DJ is truly bringing to the table, as well as things that were put inside of him so that he can pour out each and every night that mix is happening. So without further ado, and trust, it's not just him. Sometimes it's gonna be a her, because we've got some people lined
wanted to jump in
up.
and say that, like, yo, it's not just a man's sport
Exactly. Hell no. I know some cold female DJs, so we definitely gonna get some on the show. But Reem, go ahead and do the introduction of this fine sir we got here with us today.
Yo, I'm gonna keep it 100.
Talk about
as
it.
normal. My story when I met my wife, when we were dating, is pretty cool. I tell people I was like a dirty teddy bear that she found like right by the sewer, right? And I was a little too big just to get sucked down in there.
Yeah.
And she saw me and she was like, "Oh, this is cute. I'm gonna take him and I'm gonna wash him. I'm gonna love him, and I'm going to show him all the affection in the world."
And name him George.
And name him George. Nah, but real talk. Like when I met her, she showed me different things in Houston, and I met this dude while he was spinning records, and the sound, the records he was spinning, the quality of the music.
Talk about
I was like, wait a minute, whoa, what's popping right here?
Yeah.
Yo, this is like real live shit right here. And I remember her introducing me to him, and we just started kicking it. And me being on the, being the younger slightly more ignorant New York dude that I can be at times, I was more testing him than just talking to him. Like, yo, you know about Doom, you know about this, you know about that. And he was with me. He was like, yo, but what about this and what about that? And I was like, yo, no doubt. And little did I know, he's 1/3 of Paid in Full. So shout out to Nimbus, shout out to Good Bar.
Yes, indeed.
I started going to the Paid in Full events, and the power of the music, the power of the party has moved from one location to the next, and the audience just continued to grow and grow and grow. I'm really happy to be able to call this DJ my friend, more like family. This is my dude. Whenever I step in the spot, I make sure before I even get to the bar or anybody else, I come see him first. And want to introduce my mans and DJ Burb.
What's happening?
What an
up,
intro, man.
Y'all doing all right?
Yes,
We're doing well, brother.
I don't know if I posted it or not. I think I shared it.
You did, man. I got alerts. I got
Like
alerts
three
from there.
shares.
Yeah.
I kept sharing it over and over again. I said, I don't see it on my page, but I think I shared it.
Yeah, we straight, B.
All right, cool.
We appreciate that,
what's
man.
happening, guys?
What's up, man? Welcome to That Boom Bap.
Thank you,
brother.
sir.
We're glad to have you here, man. It's an honor and a privilege just to be this close to you. Because obviously some DJs you just can't get close to.
Nah,
They're
there's a crowd,
icons.
and then, you know,
what
they
you call an
up
icon living.
somewhere.
Come on, man.
you know,
Can't do that.
Icons.
That's horrible.
exactly. Out of reach of the public.
That's not good.
That's not good at all,
I'm
man.
a fan of the music like you are.
Talk about it.
Let's talk. You know,
Speak that
I
shit.
mean, let's not be like that, man. That's not, people are here to hear music. First, before they see you, in my opinion,
Well, they see who?
before they see the DJ,
Yeah.
they're here to hear the music.
That's true.
Anybody can stand up there and do the same thing I'm doing, and
Nah,
But the caliper.
there comes a talent with being able to read a crowd, know what record to throw on. Look, man, I'm not a dancer. You made me a dancer at Paid in Full. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's moments where people will move out of the way.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? To make way for those who really are feeling that record. And, you know, like I said, I can't remember the place where we first met, but I remember
we were
it was,
over at the Social Lounge. It was on Washington.
Yeah.
We had a neo soul set. Me and them just had a neo soul set over there that we did like I think it was every Sunday.
Yep, it was a Sunday, yeah.
And I remember Melinda introduced me to you, and I was like, oh, okay, this cat knows some stuff.
You know what? I remember when I first told you, well, not that I had to tell you more than once, but I remember when I told you that we had got engaged.
Yeah,
And you said something to me that stuck with me ever since. And if anything, it might have helped me to realize who she really was. And you was like, yo, if she was a dude, she would be my best friend. And then we dapped.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? And I took that home with me. I was like, really? And you're right. She's like one of the dudes.
she's a really cool person.
Yeah.
Really cool person to be
Thank
around, man.
Yeah.
You did a good thing.
Nah, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. So one of the first things I want to jump into is kind of going back to that time when we met, right? Because I was like, damn, man, like real talk. That was like 6 years ago, 7 years ago, maybe.
I feel like it's longer than that, man.
It feels like it.
When did y'all get married?
We got married in 12.
Okay,
So we got
it was-
6 years
it
of
was over
marriage.
6 years,
It was
probably
before,
about 7.
so it was about 7 years.
Yeah.
I remember, again, like vibing with you was more of a test for me to figure out, you know, how deeply rooted you are in hip hop. And at the time, to me, you were a rare find because you knew all the East Coast shit, you knew all the West Coast shit. Did you ever feel uncomfortable with rocking those records down here because of the difference in culture?
It kind of goes with the story of how I got started DJing. I was always into, when I was in high school, I was listening to De La Soul, Tribe, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then it slowly started going a different direction with the music.
Yeah.
And I kind of stuck with it. And I was in college, and I was walking around with my headphones on,
Yeah.
listening to like stuff. And then I wasn't that deep into it yet. I was scratching the surface of what that scene was. And a friend of mine, Chicken George. You know Chicken George?
Chicken George.
I think I heard that name.
I have heard the name. I don't
Chicken
know why.
George, we went to school together, and he came up to me one day. He goes, "Hey man, have you heard the Roots album?" I said, "The Roots? This is the Half-Life album.
Ooh.
This is 2 or 3 albums in, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, I've never heard the Roots. So I'm scratching the surface on what I'm listening to. And he was like, yeah, you gotta check it out. Their album comes out next week. All right, cool. Picked it up. It's like, I'm only scratching the surface of what I'm hitting here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things I started to listen to.
Yeah.
So I started hanging around with more people that were in that same crew to get the idea of what I'm missing. Mm-hmm. And I started picking up stuff, and I just pick up things one after the other.
Right.
And so your question was it hard to get stuff played down here?
Nah. Have you ever felt uncomfortable with throwing certain records on because of the audience down here that might not be there?
Right. And the way that started was I would go to clubs, I would hear DJ spin. And usually DJs, like at the beginning of the night, they play like, things that were kind of back in the day, but like, past songs that were hitting in the club before they get to the big stuff. I was like, why? I thought to myself, like, why are they playing stuff that nobody's dancing to right now?
Yeah.
Why not play some stuff people ain't heard before?
Yeah.
And see if they, and then when it's time to party, let's throw the party music on. But for right now, let's get some lessons. Play some neo soul. Play some old school underground stuff.
Right.
To get it to get people thinking. This is how the crowd base came in. People heard it. Like when people walked in the door, they were like, "Dude, you play this stuff?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just doing that right now." No, it's cool, man. Mm-hmm. And that's when the crowd started growing, and people would show up to my spots, wanting to hear that stuff, and then like around, after I put my old school set during the party time,
yeah,
it's time for me to go. I'm gonna go ahead and go home. All right, cool. So because I'm playing the club stuff, and people are like, okay, the club people are here. The club folks are here to hear that stuff. I'm like, man, we ever heard the underground and the old school rep like that in Houston.
Yeah.
And so we want to keep that going.
Because I'm going to tell you, B, like, I remember hopping in the truck. It was a Saturday at the time. And having no fear of going by myself. Like, I would tell my peoples, but if they ain't move fast enough, I'm out. Because for me, the records that you would play, right? You playing Black Moon, some J. Rule, Gangstar,
videos.
Yeah.
Videos.
Yeah. And I remember being like, damn, I'm so happy that I'm old enough to be in this spot, but still young enough to be excited about hearing these records. And you were playing them. So the other thing that kind of amazed me at the same time was I never understood why the venues would change. Because my thing was like, look, there's a great following. Yeah. It's great music. Yeah. I know the bar's making money. So what's the problem?
And if you ask, me and Nimbus will tell you this, that bars usually, we're the last resort. What
do you mean by that?
They're usually on their way out. It's like we noticed that, or they'll try us out and they want their old crowd back. So a couple of times we had like we had one bar that was ready to close down, and they let us come in and do their thing. Okay. And they want us to come every single week. We're not going to do every single week because that will tire our crowd out. Our crowd was a once-a-month crowd. And so we didn't want to go in there and wear our crowd out and then thin the crowd out completely. So we were like, we can't do this every week. And they wanted us to come every week because they were losing money off the bar wasn't making enough money. Except that night, we came in those nights, we were making all their money. Right. And so they don't realize if we came every night or every weekend, they still lose money because our crowd was thin out after a while. Like, you can't. It's a house party. Right. We can't do the same thing every single week. Right. Because people are like, okay, well, I've heard enough old school and underground. I'm about to thin this out, go back to the club again. Yeah. House party is like, we were looking forward to once a month parties. Right. You know, so that's the thing. So,
That is the thing, man.
yeah.
So let me do this first and foremost. I want to give a shout out to everybody on Facebook Live. We appreciate y'all. We see y'all hopping in. Tanya Webb, what up, brother? Bonnie Shan. Tony, what it do? Junius, what's good?
Peace, King.
Make sure
He's
y'all
one of
hit the share
He's one of
button.
the legends too.
Yeah,
Macaroni Tony's.
yeah,
he's
that
heavy
boy's
out
a
here.
fool.
See, me and
Yeah.
him don't know each other that well, but I know we hang around the same crew. We know people from the same crew, so it's like when you know one person from the crew, it's kind of like
You know
you
them
know
all.
Exactly.
everybody. So it's like
Latoya, what up? Make sure y'all hit the share button, share the show out so other people know. And if y'all got questions for DJ Burb on this Respect the DJ series, make sure y'all drop the questions right there in Facebook Live so we can ask them live on the show. And remember, we cutting Facebook shortly, so make sure you get your questions in now for DJ Burb. So before we move to our next piece of this particular portion of the show is sponsored by Smile Design Studios. Smile Design Studios family and cosmetic dentistry offers numerous treatments meant to maintain, heal, and customize your smile. If you're not sure what you need, don't worry. Dr. Ellis and her team are happy to meet with you to go over your patient history and goals and offer you professional recommendations. Let Smile Design Studios make you smile. Call them today at area code 281-969-7388 or check out their website at sdshouston.com to schedule your appointment today. All new patients receive a free gift and $50 off your first treatment. Smile Design Studios looks forward to providing excellent care for you and your family. So, get your mouth right, folks. You got people giving you $50 off your first treatment. You're getting free gifts. Shit, you better take advantage of these offers.
That's
man.
because most people's first treatment is probably about $10,000-$15,000. Raggedy mouth
It just depends. It might just need a cleaning on your first time around. Put that 50 in your pocket. But like I said, folks, Dave, what's up? I see you, Dave. Hit me up via email. We need to talk. Make sure y'all hitting the share button. Share this shit out because we want to. I'm gonna extend Facebook Live just a little bit, but we want to make sure everybody's sharing the show out and you drop your questions right live for DJ Burb. So Burb, I've got a question for you. I heard something earlier. What I heard was you started listening to DJs. Talk about some of the DJs that you listen to that influenced you, or more so empowered you to say, you know what? I can do this goddamn mix and I can run these turntables.
Okay, so back in the day, there was a spot called Club Wax. Club Wax, and there was also Cabo.
I remember Cabo.
Cabo on Richmond.
Cabo.
Cabo.
Boy, them wings. Hold on, man.
I ain't never eat there. I ain't having enough to eat. I just got in.
I remember that shit.
Back in the day when Richmond was like the popular place
Pull
to
up
be.
on the bikes.
Yep.
Kicking it.
So back in the day, I would frequent these places, Club Wax and Cabo, and I would watch these people just DJ, and I was like, I got all this music, man. And shout out to rest in peace, Jason Dozier. He was one of the DJs over at Cabo, and I used to watch him every night. And he would kind of like, I asked him questions. He would kind of answer my question like, yeah, you just this was like, because I was in the marching band when I was in high school. When I was in the band in junior high, so I already knew how to count music. But I watch him and say, okay, he's switching over on the one every time he's mixing on the one. Okay, I got that part. It's music. It's music theory. That's all it is.
Sure.
Now it's just to figure out how to work the equipment. And so I watched him go back and forth on the turntables. And and people ask me all the time, hey, how do I become a DJ? First of all, do you have any music? Usually that's a no. And then it's like, okay, well, then you gotta watch people DJ. That's the best way to learn is to watch people do it and not like ask me, how do I do this and that. Yeah, ask questions, but if you're not coming to watch me DJ, why are you?
Yeah, but you killed them at the beginning. You have any music, especially now, because shit, everything's about streaming. I remember back in the day when I was literally torrenting and Kazaa and all that shit. I was getting every MP3 I could get my hands on.
Right.
But today, shit, everything's in the cloud.
So what are you using to spin? Like, are you keeping it wax, or what's the decks look like?
When I started out, I was I had a book of CDs. So I asked Jason, the guy that I was watching, I said, man, okay, so should I get the vinyl tables. I got CDs. That's
Yeah.
what I got. I don't have a lot of vinyl. I have some vinyl, but most of it is CDs.
Yeah.
He said, man, if you have a lot of CDs, just get you some CDJs, man.
Okay.
And this is when the time the Pioneers were coming out, like around, the Pioneer 800s were coming out.
Yeah.
And so I went out and I said, okay, I got that. I'll go out and get some CDJs because I got a lot of CDs. I want to share my music.
Yeah.
This is the whole thing. I wasn't really trying to DJ I wanted to share music because I had all this music that I listened to and I loved listening to it.
You wanna?
And I was like, dude,
Doing discovery.
I want to see who else likes this stuff besides me.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm walking around the city and nobody knows this stuff. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll go out buy some CDJs. Later on, I went back and learned how to do vinyl.
Yeah.
But most of the time I was using CDJs, and to this day, I have that same equipment today.
Nice.
So it's like, but of course, when we had paid in full, we're using the vinyl turntables, which I have no problem
So
with.
pay the full is vinyl.
Well, it's Serato. It's not really the same thing, but
Yeah.
we're using vinyl turntables.
Yeah.
Record is a totally different thing. You got to actually find where the drop point is and all that stuff. It's a totally different thing than using Serato.
Right.
Because Serato, you can drop the needle anywhere and it just works.
Right.
So, it's a totally different thing. But yeah, it's there.
So when did you realize that you could read a crowd, you can move the crowd? Like when did you realize like I'm doing this shit?
Okay. I always knew that. Oh, let me put it this way. The first time when I first started DJing, I was doing club stuff because that's how I got my foot in the door.
Now, when you say club stuff, is that like
the popular
radio stuff?
Radio, club, joints.
Yo, I can't stand the fact
Jamaica,
that these
Jamaica.
clubs
I
are
mean,
still-
we could name them.
I feel that, but what bothers me now is that if I go to a club tonight, I'm still hearing the Hot Boys from 2003 shit. Like that bothers me. Like it's too much material right now for you to keep rocking that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of had to.
You had to do what you had to do.
Yeah, because I mean, there was the Club Wax crowd, which I felt uncomfortable just jumping in and say, "Hey, I want to DJ a underground set joint." Mm-hmm. But I was like, okay, the club scene is pretty easy because everybody's doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, let's do what everybody else is doing, and you'll be fine. But at the same time, I throw in the stuff that I like to listen to, just to see who's feeling it.
Right.
And then, okay, all right, I got the idea now. So some people are feeling this stuff, and then people come to me and say, "Hey, man, that joint you play right there, I ain't heard that in years." Nimbus, for example, kills me, dude. I hadn't heard anybody play that stuff in Houston at all. He's from Austin.
Right.
It's like, dude, I never heard anybody play that stuff in Houston. Like, so I was like, I kept doing it, and then after a while, the promoters were like, "Yo, go ahead and play that stuff, man, because people are feeling that, And then when the club stuff comes on, it's time to play the club stuff. Of course, he's like, yeah, cool, I understand that.
Right.
He's like, but yeah, man, keep doing what you're doing. And so I kept doing what I'm doing. And as I kept doing what I'm doing, crowd base came in, people were moving. The old school sets, though,
Yeah.
because you do the old school sets, usually in the club, you do the old school set, like, kind of in the middle, like around midnight, whatever. And I'm an old school hip hop kind of head. Don't quiz me on a lot of stuff. I don't answer on everything, but
my test a while ago.
yeah, but I remember stuff that I remember hearing on the radio because I used to go to bed with a radio when I was in high school.
Me too.
I used to have my dad said he was on a fire this house because I had a plug behind my bed.
Yeah.
My dad was a firefighter. So he was like, you going to start a fire in this house with the plug behind it. So I had to move the plug over somewhere else. I was like, yeah. So I had a radio next to my ear when I go to sleep on 97.9 when they were playing all the joints.
Yeah.
They were playing good stuff, all the good stuff. Everything. You played everything. Even stuff you didn't like, it complemented with some good stuff as well.
Right.
But in that night, they do the mix shows where they were playing a lot of good stuff. So like, okay, good. I just listen. Now I had things that hit me, old school songs that would have hit me. And I was like, okay, I know. I remembered those, like some of them one-hit wonders.
Right.
And I remembered those tracks, like, okay, what if I hit them with this? And people were like, shocked. Because they ain't heard it in a long time. They've been heard it once or twice on the radio.
Right.
And they were shocked that they heard it. And so it kept them moving. And of course you throw in like, the LL Cool J's, you throw in the MC Lights.
Yeah.
Then you throw in like, a Pee Wee Herman out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And like, oh, wait a minute, it's not the usual old school set we usually used to get. And so this could work.
So
this could work.
So I remember, hold on real quick. Shout out to Lamont. I see you. BJ, I see you. What up, y'all?
Yeah.
It's Cruz.
Yeah.
What up,
Camellia,
Cruz?
what up? Jabricia, you're most welcome. What up, Dom? I see you there on the check-in. Tanthea, what up, Cutes? I see you.
I remember it was
Cruise Control is kind of one of the dudes that
Cruz.
he kind of got me.
Cruz is coming on the show.
Okay.
We just hadn't confirmed that shit yet, but Cruz is coming on the show.
Shout out to him
For our
because he
Respect
kind of
the
got
DJ
me
series.
into the club scene.
That's what's up.
And it was funny because he was working with I-10 Media, which is a promotion company. Here.
Yeah, I heard of them.
And one night he couldn't do the show, and I had given him a mix CD a while back, and he hit me up and he said, "Hey, do you want to take my place? I can't do it tonight. Take my place." And things took off from there.
That's what's up.
And so shout out to Cruz
him,
for that,
sir.
man.
That's dope,
Yeah.
man.
So-
That's dope.
I remember it was my 33rd.
What up, Kenya?
My 33rd birthday. At the time, y'all was at Jet Lounge.
Yep. Ooh, yeah.
Came through with the cake. Had a really, really good time.
That was a dope. I remember that party.
Yeah, that was
dope.
dope. Thank you. I'm glad
That
you
was
remember
dope.
my dope ass birthday
Man.
party because that shit was dope. And
Yeah.
it was really because of y'all. And I remember being like, yo, I wanted to do something different. And then, I remember Melinda hitting you up and y'all helping to put that together. And
Yep.
what I really appreciated was y'all put my face on the promotional ad. And I felt like a star. Like you couldn't tell me shit. I was like, yo,
It's your shit.
I'm on the ad.
It's a
This
birthday
your
party.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then a year later, I wanted to celebrate the moment because I had such a good time.
Yeah.
And I remember walking in. I had a shirt made. I found a little
I remember
kiosk,
that.
and I had always kept the flyer.
Yes.
So I had a T-shirt made with the flyer on it, and I remember walking up in the spot, and I got your attention, and I went,
Yeah, I remember that, man.
and you was like,
Yeah. I mean, that's the stuff that we like to see. I mean, it's the people that come out and see us, and our regulars that come out and see us all the time. We like to have a relationship with those people, man, because that's what it's about. This music thing the music ideas that we share together.
yeah,
You can't get a lot of that in Houston. I might be different in New York,
right.
because people know, but here in Houston, the culture is not the same. So when you find people
Yeah.
that understand what you're doing, you can't. You want to toss them to the side. Those are your people.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So I got a great question for you, but before I drop that, this particular portion of the show is sponsored by us right here at the Sphere. So, are you starting your business or looking for a place to advertise? Do you have a need to reach out to thousands of people to build your brand or sell your product? If so, get your product placement and advertising needs handled right here at the Sphere. We offer a wide variety of content delivery platforms, including iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Stitcher. Plus, we have a vast demographic reach within the United States as well as modern countries across the globe. Our enriched content and inspiring dialogue coupled with your strategic ad is surely to hit the mark every time. Call us today at area code 832-772-7789 or send us an email over to advertise@thesphere.tv. Plus, we're doing something extra. So if anybody's interested in podcasting, go over to thesphere.tv/start podcasting. If you refer 2 people and those 2 people sign up, you enter to win a free $100 gift card this month. So just giving out free coins. So make sure y'all let people know. So on some other shit, keeping this funky. Shout out to those that are tuned in. My cousin's tuned in. What up, Carrie? I see you, my G. Camila, Melly is on the line.
Hey.
Yeah, I thought you'd like that shit. Jonathan, what up? What up, though? Othello, I see you. Yes, that's what I did, Cutes. I dropped that advertisement voice. So,
It's the romper room.
I know, right? It's the romper room. You mentioned something, and I'm listening. I'm over here hitting the invite button on Facebook, but I'm listening at the same time through the conversation.
Yeah.
And you mentioned something about the culture of people. You mentioned something about those people gravitating to you, and you have to appreciate them.
Yeah.
Talk to us on the emotional side about what happens when you're in a room and you play a record that you love that people don't. How does that make you feel as a DJ?
If you ever come to Paid in Full, and Mr. Goodbar's the clown, right?
He is.
That's my
He
guy.
really
He
is.
clown on the mic, and he'll say this whenever I'm on the stage DJing. If your DJ is not dancing, he ain't DJing. Because I dance to every single song that I like. You know, if it's my joint,
Yeah.
you know, because I'm up there just fist just going, and I'm like, oh no, I'm crazy, and people are looking at me like I'm crazy. But I'm like, you know what, man? You don't understand. This song here is why I do this.
I got this picture. I'm gonna find it because it's on Facebook. I'm gonna find
Is
it.
the one with me going,
Nah, it's not even you. It's me. It's me like off to the right of you. And you see me with the face like.
I seen that photo. I saw somebody tag you in that shit on your birthday.
And I was just like,
those pictures are always classic because you always have that one guy.
Shot.
You have that one guy that's always in the corner that's like me mugging, like,
Yeah.
you know,
played that hard shit.
Yeah, you know,
that good shit.
Yeah.
You know what? You really have no idea what's coming. And there's a time or two where he'll throw a record on and he'll point to me like, I know you're feeling that. So I know you do it for other people too.
Yes.
Like you'll throw a certain record on and you'll just pose for a minute like, I'm that dude. You know what I'm saying? And I love that shit about you.
It's cool to see people who like it like you do.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like, I know how you're feeling. You know how I'm feeling.
Let me throw this one at you.
Yeah.
I was at a couple of years ago. I was at Nimbus Exposure joint, and you know I happened
Exposure,
to be,
house music in Houston.
Yeah,
Last Friday I think of the
it's
month.
a vibe.
Every fourth Friday I think.
It's a vibe. I love it. And this is when he was over. I forget what street it is. I want to say it was off of Studemont or whatever.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah. So he was spinning. It was another dude, and then it was me, kind of standing by him. And this shorty walked up, and she was like, "Yo, I want to talk to him," pointing at Nimbus. Oh. And I was like, "What's up?" She was like, "I want to tell him to play a song for me," and I was like, "Mm-mm." And she was like, "What do you mean?" Mm-mm. I was like, "Nah, shorty, you don't want to do that."
You don't want to do that.
And he saw what was going on.
Yeah.
So when she walked away, he was like, "Yo, you saved her life."
He didn't even know it.
Yeah, she ain't know.
It.
It's funny because Mr. Goodbar's our buffer like that.
Okay, I was wondering, like, because I've never came up to you and been like, "Yo, could you play this?" To me, that's just, this is respect to DJ. Just for everybody out there, like, that's fucking disrespectful. You don't do that. Has anybody gotten that close to you to do that?
No, I don't mind. I don't mind getting requests.
Yeah,
I don't mind getting requests. But understand, when I tell you I'm not playing that song,
don't take that shit personally.
don't take it personally.
Yeah.
I try to explain to you, look, this is a certain kind of event. We're not doing Lil Wayne tonight.
Ain't no Migos in the building.
We're not doing Migos tonight. This is an old school Rare Grooves event.
yeah.
And so, catch me on another night when I'm at somebody's house party, but tonight we're not doing that.
So let me pick your brain on something real
Sure.
quick. And this was, I think I'm gonna make this like a household question.
Sure.
A lot of times when we talk about like the most underrated MCs, we quickly go back to like the golden age, right?
Okay, right.
I want to keep this a little bit more current. We in 2018. We could go back to 2008 and better. Who do you consider 2 or 3 of the most underrated rappers now?
Now,
Yeah.
now, oh gosh, see, so
Oh no, it's gonna be a little spotlights going on.
Okay, so you're saying 2008.
Yeah, for 2008
I'm gonna
to
say
18.
For the last 10 years.
I'm gonna go back to 2000, even like the early 2000s.
All right.
And even like today, whose album is dropping tonight, by the way, at midnight.
I'm staying, Melinda, baby. I will be up. So if you need me to do anything for you, this is the right time.
He already up.
Because not only am I going to stay up to listen to it, I'm gonna listen to it 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
So
Fonte.
yes,
Fontigolo.
finally.
Finally.
You know, he would have got
Fontigolo.
the milk carton if
Bro,
he was
we've
doing
been
the milk
talking
carton.
about this shit since like mid 2017. Like, when the fuck is this album coming out? And
No
then we start
promo,
having
no nothing.
We
Just
start
social
having a
media.
conversation about Lil Brother coming back together right after Tribe Called Quest, and so it's
Yeah.
like, we're starting to get something. We're starting to get there's
And
the
don't get me
steam.
wrong, like I appreciate the foreign exchange. I do.
Oh yes,
Yeah, they're
need
fire.
But
Great live show.
I need my bars also.
Come
you know What
on.
I'm saying? I need my energy bar.
Come
The
on.
thing about it is that he's been doing it since the early 2000s, and he's never been recognized as. I've never heard him recognized as a dope himself. I've heard him. Okay, I'll take that back. Nobody's put him in the top for the last few years.
But is that because of lack of consistency?
I don't think.
But he
I
got
haven't.
enough-
I haven't heard the consistency from him.
But he got enough material from
every round I've heard
then
from Fontaine has been on point to me.
No. When I say
Right.
consistency, meaning from releasing
releasing
content.
stuff?
That's what I'm talking about. Not consistency as in he's a roller coaster rapper. Like, no, his bars on point. But if we got an album every 3 years on a standard release schedule that kept his name in people's mouth?
Well, I mean, I don't think he has to release an album every.
I don't think he has to either because of his because of how dope he is.
And also, he appears on other people's albums. He's on, like, see, that's the thing, though. You have to kind of be.
You have to be in the know.
In that crowd.
Yeah.
Because he appears on, Eric Roberson's album.
Of course.
He appears
Shit, they
on
did a
Ninth
duet
Wonder's-
together.
Ninth Wonder's solo albums.
Mm-hmm.
From time to time, he appears on, it's just like when I hear him rhyme,
Yeah.
every time I've heard him rhyme, and I'm not a big lyrics person, but he makes me listen.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, this guy has bars every time he says something.
Yes.
And so I can't understand how he hasn't been mentioned as one of the tops. Because, and the thing about it, I have a weird top 5.
What's your 5?
Oh, it's coming.
you-
It's no.
Nah,
Yeah, it's
hold
coming.
it.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're gonna
okay,
hold it.
okay.
We're gonna hold it for another because we got another question before we get
it's
to that.
weird because it's not the norm.
It's cool.
Okay,
I'm with that.
yeah, but that's how I feel about that. I mean, that's one of the underrated ones right now. Anybody else? I can't think of right now. That's underrated. But then I can go back some years and say they were underrated then too. And
I'll let you slide. Go ahead.
and that's Paz.
Who?
Paz News. De La Soul. Nobody talks about him either.
Because you know what? You can't really talk about Paz without talking about the
whole
group.
crew.
Yeah, that's why. Because I don't think one is better than the other. I never thought like Paz was better than Dave. Like together, they fit so well. They always have. And I believe because of De La Soul having the longevity that they have and having a relationship that they have, that they keep each other sharp. But I would have to say like them two dudes is really even.
For you, they match together.
Yeah.
I was always found myself mouthing the words of Paz's lyrics. Maybe because I'm dark skinned. I don't know.
It might be a dark skin
It
thing.
might be a dark skin thing. I don't know.
So all right. So who outshines who on Stakes is High?
Oh gosh, that whole song is ridiculous.
I know. That's I'm
Nobody-
not making this
nobody
easy.
Stakes is
no,
high.
Stakes
This is
is
not
high.
a-
It's just dope. You
It's
can't.
not a walk in the park for you today.
Stakes is high. It's just dope, man. You can't really.
Who outshined who on the record though?
That's a good question.
Because I think smiling in public is against the
Law,
law.
yeah.
Because love don't get you through life no
more.
more.
Yeah, gosh, dog. I can't. That album there. I can't.
You know they got a new joint that
Premiere and
Premiere and
Pete
Pete.
are looking at working. I can't wait.
That's gonna be.
I
Crazy.
can't wait.
That's gonna be crazy.
It's probably gonna be like not till like 2 years from now. I bet you.
I know. I'm cool with that.
I-
you know why I'm so cool with that? Because we got such a ill lineup still coming. I mean, like I even prepared a short list of albums that might have been slept on. Like Onyx got a new record out called Black Rock, and you know what? It's actually pretty fucking dope.
Okay, now this is makes me mad about y'all show.
Talk about it.
I listened to y'all show, and I'm like, how come I ain't heard none of this stuff before in my whole life? You listen all these songs, all these albums that come out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know anything about these albums coming out.
That's the whole point of the show.
That's why we do what we do.
Right.
Shit, we moved.
But I'm mad at myself for not knowing.
You can't be everywhere at the same time.
Exactly. You up on Sky Zoo's latest album?
Not the new one.
You
though.
see what I'm saying? So, and we got a hell of a review coming next. Well, not next week. It's gonna be week after that. We got to postpone that shit because I'm out next week. But yeah, like there's so much music, so much great music that's always around the corner, even in an era right now, where people are slowly killing mumble rap and shit like that. Like we've got such great hip hop coming. Every fucking week I hear a new Prime single, and it's like I just continue to get excited.
Yeah.
Obviously excited for tonight. I mean, there's great hip hop out here, and people just need to be aware of it.
That's right.
That's what happens, man.
You and Grandfather Clock with the Quantum Leap he does.
You know, Grandfather. Shout out to him.
Shout out GC.
Always,
That's my man.
always love
Def Jeff. I
he
see
is
you.
way somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like
he came up and helped us with our top 10 for the last.
Yeah.
He's
two
on a couple
seasons.
episodes. I see.
Yeah.
him on
Oh
a
yeah,
couple
yeah.
episodes.
We've had him in here. Good bar tuning in right now.
Yeah.
What up,
man?
What up?
My dude.
So yeah,
And you know what? We
What
never
up?
got his. I'm gonna hit him up. I want to know what his top 10 was for the year
Who, Good Bar?
2017. Nah.
Grandfather Clock.
no, we got
yeah,
grandfather.
GC.
We got his.
Then I'm
At
gonna
the
go
end of
back
the
and
show.
look because everything we was passionate. Like, yo, this shit is dope. This
He
shit
was
is dope.
like, fuck
he was
all
like,
that.
yo, I ain't even here.
Fuck
I'm like, how
all
the fuck
that.
did you not hear it? So
Yeah.
me being the asshole that I am, I kept throwing shots at him. Like, yo, did you even listen to that?
Yeah, the rest of the show. So before we get through here, man, this particular portion of the show is sponsored by the Houston Housewives of Finance. So, did you know that only 4 states in the United States offer financial education? 33% or more than 77 million of Americans don't pay their bills on time. 39% of Americans carry credit card debt from month to month, and 39% of adults said they don't have enough in savings. Don't become one of these statistics, folks. Let Houston Housewives of Finance advise you on increasing your cash flow and becoming your own money manager by scheduling your complimentary personal financial strategy. Contact Houston Housewives of Finance today at area code 844-700-4463 or send them an email over to info@HoustonHousewivesOfFinance.com. Ask them how you can participate in a complimentary financial literacy workshop near you. Houston Housewives of Finance are the new faces of the new age of financial services. And I know this shit to be true because they've got my kids straight and I ain't got kids yet.
Keep practicing,
They
though.
already straight.
Keep practicing.
That's what you say?
Keep practicing.
Keep practicing.
So
Famous
I
last
follow
words.
this dude, right? He's from the UK. I follow him on Instagram. His Instagram is Morgzella_beats. And he had posted, can any of my American followers please give me your thoughts on the way your urban music scene is heading, please? What we see from here in the UK is that it's heading in a real sad direction. Nah, he's being real.
Real shit.
Hip hop is getting ruined by this new style of look and mumble style vocals. We used to look up to the USA hip hop scene and see you all as the gods. But now we are sadly sat back and just laughing at it. Can't believe what's going on in these days. Leave your thoughts below, guys. Let me know if you're ashamed of it or happy to see it turning out this way.
Okay.
My comment to him was, for every word that he used in that post, I named a rapper that we've either reviewed or did a track of the week. And I ended my comment by saying, for every word that you used, I said a rapper's name. It was like rapper, comma, just to, keep it official. Now, with you doing the show that you do, because I consider it to be a show because it's a fucking extravaganza. When I'm in the building, I'm thoroughly
It's all your
entertained.
fault, man.
Yeah, it probably is.
Humble this man is.
You play the classics, right? You play the golden era. Have you ever thought about moving the needle a little bit further up in the time as far as the records that you playing? Because the like with the question I had asked you earlier about, who's an underrated MC over the last 10 years.
Yeah.
How do what's your thought process on that part?
Well, first of all, to answer this guy's question, it's the media's fault for one.
Real
Like I said-
rap.
Like I said before, I have no problem with the kids having their style of hip hop.
Yeah.
That's fine. But the problem I have is you don't give anybody else shine besides that. How about we get a mixture of both? Like that girl on the taco commercial. Why don't we have both?
Real shit, though.
I mean,
There's room. There's space.
there's space for it. You play the songs like my man Pharaoh said.
Come on.
You play the songs 20 times a day.
Yeah, but here's where when you say that, what I think about is obviously you've got terrestrial radio, but then you have things like satellite radio.
That's another story.
That gives you a different outlook on hip hop. So when I'm listening to Shade 45, when I'm listening to something hip, whatever the other hip hop one, I'm mostly on Shade
Heat.
45. Some other hip hop thing, but
Fly radio.
yeah, Fly with all the old school shit.
Yeah.
So you listen to these other stations on satellite that's really giving you real rap, real hip hop. They're giving you specific eras or times, or they're giving you shit that you may never hear on radio. but you're damn sure never gonna hear the radio shit on these other stations.
But what I want it to be both for everybody.
That would be great.
Just like, you know, back in the day, they played De La Soul alongside with NWA.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't like, you know, they separated the radio stations. Okay, this side is going to be for just this group, and this side is going to be for this group. Put them all together.
So and
then you can pick and choose. You can have these kids say, okay, I like that song and I like that song.
So give me the problem and the solution. Why isn't it like that today? And what do you think from a DJ's perspective needs to happen to make that shift?
Suits.
Real shit.
I blame Suits.
Hey, and all.
The
We
mountain
can talk about
climber
it.
that plays an
Electric guitar. Yeah.
Who don't know the meaning of dope.
That's right.
He's looking for a suit and tie rap that's cleaner than a bar of soap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I figured that.
You know, just said it best. Just said it best, you know? I'm like, dude, come on. I mean, you can... I don't know what... I mean, I guess it's money-making schemes or whatever going on. And, of course, it's not just the one radio station. It's every station in the country. So somebody is saying, hey, you can't play these songs on frequencies this high.
Real shit.
I can go to Florida. I could probably go to New York and hear the same playlist I hear down here in Houston now.
Yes, you can. I've tested it and lived it.
Yeah.
And I was disappointed. I was mad at the motherfuckers.
It was funny. I was listening to Sway in the morning on satellite radio. He has the little talk show.
Love Sway.
I listen to Sway every morning for the last 6 years straight since he started with Debbie Dev. I mean, literally, I've been listening since the beginning of that shit.
And now, am I wrong? Do they still play the joints when they
I
go to
think
commercial?
Shade 45 overall does a really good job of trying to maintain the balance.
Yeah.
I think they do a really good job.
That's what I'm talking about.
And it's a double-edged sword for me though, because I can listen to Sway in the morning, and I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Yep.
Sometimes, and for those that are tuned in right now, Brad B, I see you, my G. What up? Tam, I see you. Talisa, Levon, Nikita, Marlon, Spencer, Kendra. What up? M Karma, I see y'all. Make sure I hit the share button. Share this shit out, cause we gonna lie the whole goddamn episode.
Yo.
I'm listening to Sway in the morning, and I'm now wondering, why am I not hearing something that I hear on Static Selector's show later on that other day of that night? Why am I not hearing something that I would possibly hear on DJ Caesar's weekend work?
Yeah.
When I got Sway in the morning, like, I'm wondering, why am I starting to hear the same thing every morning in between these conversations until Sway does a Get in the Game, where we then preview the artist here, until he does a Rise and Shine, or he does a live series where you're starting to hear somebody that you don't necessarily hear, like a Gordo, you know, a Fred the Godson, or somebody like that. So I'm starting to question what's going on behind the scenes at a Sirius XM. Who's deciding these spins when I used to get the real shit?
And you know what? When I first bought a satellite radio, I was at a karaoke spot. A friend of mine, we used to freaking spotlight karaoke all the time. And he was like, "Yeah, I sell satellite radios." It's like, well, get one of those joints. Cause he took me to his car. He said, "Man, listen to this stuff, man. Just see."
Yeah.
I was like, "Hip hop station, backspin." I'm like,
Yeah.
I need this in my car.
Yes.
And so I got it in my car. A couple of years later, they went over to Sirius.
Yeah.
The merger.
The merger, which I knew was going to be a mistake. I'm like, don't do it. And they did it. The radio stopped playing subsonic. There was no more subsonic radio where they played all the joints that you don't get to hear on a regular basis. I'm like, there's subsonic radio on the weekends. Let's go listen to it.
Right.
Can't do that anymore because they're playing all the same stuff. Even the old school stations are playing the upper level old school stuff. Your easy old school stuff. You know,
Stuff that you
expect to hear on an old school station if it was a higher frequency.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, now satellite radio is doing it. I'm paying for it.
Right.
You know,
I'm
and
getting
it's
the
like,
same shit.
I'm like, okay, I might as well not pay for it anymore. Fortunately, you got talk shows I want to listen to. So I gotta stick with you.
Well, I'm sure as long as you've been a customer, you probably know the game already. If you don't, when we get off the air, I'll make sure I put you on when you get 6 months.
Now let's go ahead and throw the questions on the table. Obviously, because we're getting towards the end, we want to wrap up. Want to be appreciative of your time. We appreciate it. We try to build an environment here where you're like, fucking, I don't want to go home. Exactly. So,
Yo, Marty,
give us some of your
put your mother on the phone.
Your 10 best productions of all time.
Oh, well,
Off the top, you can't.
songs or producers?
Production.
Yeah,
so songs.
So
Okay.
beats, right?
Not
is that what you're trying
production.
to say? So
Yeah,
your top
production.
10 beats.
Wow. Okay, beats. So it's hard because there's so many. And I don't want to like single them out as top 10.
Yo, matter of fact, shout
Just
out to
throw
my
up
man.
10.
Shout out to my man Lamont.
Throw
That's
up
where I got
10
that
that's
from.
like that's like, yo, this shit stands out.
And these are usually tracks that I like just play in rotation anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of them come from classic albums. And they're not in particular order. So I'm going to go with Jay Dilla, 2 Can Win. I'm going to go with the whole P Rock and CL Smooth albums first. Okay. So I'm gonna go with So from Mecca and the Soul Brother, I'm gonna go with Soul Brother number 1.
I would probably take 1 in a million over that one.
Okay,
The
and then
Soul
off
Brother number 1 is dope.
Off the what's the other album? The Main Ingredient. I would pick. I want to say Take You There too. That's the thing.
Take You There was
I want to go Take You There and I Gotta Love.
All right, so you got 4 in.
That's 2 off the same album. Stakes is
No,
high.
I'm saying it is what it is.
Stakes is High is another one.
Another Dilla joint.
Yeah.
That's 5.
There's gonna be a lot of Premier and Dilla and Pete going on in this thing. Nas is Like is another one. Can't Stop the Prophet remix.
Oh,
Public
one.
Public Enemy Shut 'Em Down remix.
Oh, good one.
KRS-One with Premier.
MC's act like they don't
It's
know.
I don't know. Even though it's funny because Mona Lisa used the same track,
She did.
and I was like, I love this joint.
Yep.
Yeah, I still loved it. Even when she did it, I was like, okay, this is dope.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, who else?
You got one more.
I have one more?
You got
Get
one more.
Only one?
Get something from the last 2 years, 3 years. Come on, yeah. We're gonna make it difficult.
Last
Shit.
over 2 years.
There's been some
Oh, shoot. Okay. Link Up by No Worries.
Oh, there it is. All right. I
That's
respect that.
That's a dope
I
track.
respect
Yeah.
that.
Knowledge is dope, man.
Yeah.
I
Boy,
think he's
just puts in the
definitely
work.
underrated. Well, I don't know if he's underrated or we're just not hearing it.
Underexposed.
Yeah,
He doesn't get the
underexposed.
exposure
Yeah.
that he needs.
So shout out to Knowledge.
See,
man.
and then
Really dope.
M. Karma Good got it.
Yeah, Mark-
Beat Nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, no escaping this.
Yeah, no escaping this is crazy.
See, it's too many to name because
Yeah.
that era.
nah, but it's your top.
Yeah.
That's not top 10 though. That's just
No,
names
no,
I
yeah.
listed out.
That's true.
There's a lot of them are on equal
A
levels.
lot of
and
great.
it's hard.
It's a lot of great producers.
It's too much to
out
pick
there.
from.
Yeah.
I can go with that
From
whole
Alchemist
Camp
to
Low
Static
Uptown
to-
Saturday Night album.
It's a lot.
Or anything from Mob Deep.
Swiss.
Not
it's a
anything from
lot.
Mob Deep, but a lot from Mob Deep, a lot from Swiss, a lot from Ye.
Shit. Yeah. Real shit.
You know,
So the minstrel show. See,
Yeah. The Minstrel Show.
ninth one. I didn't mention
Such a great
ninth
night-
Wonder
night
tracks.
shit.
Yeah,
So much. Just so
There
much.
was 9 tracks. I should have said.
So
right?
So you know,
before we wrap this shit up,
can't wrap up now.
as always, I know, right? That's how you feel. That's how you feel.
I haven't
Give-
said anything.
Give us. All right, I'm gonna throw an extra question in here for you.
Yeah.
What would you like to see happen in the DJ world moving forward that's gonna socially impact the listeners? What can the DJs do now with the way technology's heading, the shit that's popping, or stop doing? Either one that's gonna help the audience, help the crowd move forward in music.
Find a time when you're in the club. Find a time to play your joints,
Be true to yourself.
and then play the stuff later on they want to hear.
Sure.
But at the time when they're getting their drinks and they just dance, they just sitting there. They coming into the club. Play your joints.
I would make the assumption that some DJs are scared to do that.
Why?
That's a good
They're
question.
not dancing anyway.
Standing around doing
They
nothing.
stand around drinking until it's time they get drunk and ready to party.
Yeah.
So I mean, what's the point in doing that when nobody's dancing anyway? That's a Rockers. He going Rockers Records. Look at this guy.
Yeah.
Rockers Records. Yeah, you
yeah.
know.
Marcus is on.
But
Yeah,
so
Marcus
what's
is
the
on
point
it, man.
in just playing stuff that people are going to hear?
Catalina Wine
Later
Mixer.
on-
We see you.
People are playing stuff that people are going to dance to later on, but they're not dancing right now anyway.
Yeah.
Discovery. Take an opportunity to give people that discovery
Teach
moment.
some lessons.
I feel that,
You
man.
know, show them your heart.
Yeah.
Show them where here's where I live. I'm gonna give you what you want, but here's where I live, and that's how Paid in Full happened.
Nice.
I was playing stuff that showing my heart, and Nimbus walked up. I was like, dude, that's my heart too.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie B, shout out to Eddie B. That's my heart too. Shout out to Joy and Samantha. That's my heart too.
Mm.
You know what I mean? They wanted to come out. They wanted to see that stuff. You know.
Yeah.
And so after a while, it's like your crowd builds up, even though you are playing the club stuff later on.
Yeah.
You got that crowd that comes in at the beginning of the night. They're like, "Yo, he's gonna play my stuff," and then I can party for a bit and I can go home.
I'm gonna be honest, man. Paid in Full is a really dope event. I've never seen no shit pop off. I've never seen a fight pop off in there. Great crowd. Always been, a real comfortable environment.
Very true.
And it's one of those situations where it's hard to leave. Like, you don't know how many times I looked at Melinda like, yo, right after this
I got a
record.
story.
Right after this record.
One more.
Right after this record.
One more.
I have a cousin of mine. She came out to the party, and she said she's gonna stay. I'm gonna stay until 11:30. I'm going home. 12 o'clock came around. Sorry, I'm going home. She walked out the door. 1 o'clock, she's back in the door. I'm like, where you come back in the door for? You thought you were going home. I can't.
I can't leave.
I can't leave. I mean, you supposed to be gone at 11. You're supposed to be gone at 11:30. What happened?
Shit happens.
Yeah. It's hard to leave.
Because that's how I feel. I don't want to go home yet when it's 2 o'clock in the morning. The lights come on. I want to play some more stuff.
Right.
If you want to party with me, let's. I've done house parties like that before, like house parties, where they say we're going to put parties about 2 o'clock in the morning. At 3 o'clock, turn around, people still there partying. I'm like, oh, I'm partying with y'all. I'm playing some old school Jodeci. I'm playing some old school Mint Condition. I'm playing some old school Jade. And we're gonna party.
Yeah.
And and after a while, I'm like, okay, I'm tired. Now I need to go home. I'm getting old.
So I'm gonna put this in the air, right? We was in the hallway, and he was like, "Yo, man, I would have really liked to make it out to you and Melinda's party, but I be babysitting, and after 9 o'clock, I shut down unless I'm DJing somewhere." And I was like, "Oh,
There it is.
I heard what you said. You will come to my party if you can DJ it."
Yeah.
So I'm putting that out in the world,
The stratosphere.
man,
There
for
it is, man.
our next Christmas party,
So-
2018.
Now, of course, my G,
Yeah.
you cannot leave this table
Okay.
without giving us and everybody that's tuned in, all our Facebook Live, DJ, we see you, China, Shay, Phyllis, Bridget, we see you popping. Obviously, Mark is still dropping gems in the goddamn
man,
Facebook
that's
Live.
I ain't done yet.
He ain't done
That's,
yet.
he's like, that's my. This is the kind of crowd that we like. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
exactly.
They can vibe back and forth with us.
Right.
Now, give us your top 5, whatever era
Okay.
you want to give
Yes.
it to us in.
Yes. Okay. Now, I'm not in no particular order.
No
'cause
particular
hold on,
order.
order.
We
This
don't
is
need
5
no order.
MCs that I feel like this.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so of course I'm gonna give you the defaults. Rakim and BD and Big Daddy Kane.
All right.
Gotta love that, man.
You gotta do that.
Gotta love that.
Gotta do
get
that.
out the way.
Now, here's my unpopular ones.
Okay.
I already said Fonte.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Fonte is one of them.
Nice.
Pos was another one, even though you said but Pos is another one.
Don't let me deter your list. That's
No,
your list.
I'm just saying, because we're out here Pos, I'm like, okay, yeah, he's saying some stuff, even though it takes me a while to figure it out.
Yeah.
He said that in the lyric. He said that in the lyric himself. You don't hear it till later on. You don't get it till later
Yeah,
on.
he's always been really abstract.
And there's one more. Okay, there's one more top 5. Gosh,
It's a lot of MCs.
there's a lot of MCs out
There's a
there.
lot of MCs out there.
I want to say I really enjoy Q-Tip. I noticed I didn't say Nas and Jay-Z and all that
You
stuff,
noticed?
but they're not far from behind.
Right.
But these are the cats that I listen to all the time.
You let me piggyback off that for a moment.
Yeah.
Where we talk about Q-Tip.
Mhm.
Q-Tip is so
Production as well.
comfortable. Oh man, stellar.
without question.
As far as a producer, but he's so dope when he's in the right focus. And how I knew that was when he came out with What was the album that had Getting Up on it?
Live at the Renaissance. The Renaissance?
Yeah, it's called The Renaissance. When he came out with The Renaissance, at that point in time in life, we weren't expecting another Tribe Called Quest album. By then, we had gave up. We were happy as fans, right? I'm talking about as fans. We were happy that they did a show every once in the blue moon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when we
just show up at your city and just do a show.
Right. Like out of nowhere, they're at some festival, or when they did the documentary Beats, Rhyme, and Life.
Right.
I really appreciated that because that, to me, at the time, I was under the impression like this is going to be the last time I see them together because they're not doing another album, right? Tip is so ill. To me, that was the closest we were going to get to a Tribe Called Quest album.
Yes.
And it sounded like a Tribe Called Quest album. You just didn't have Fife on it.
Right. And I mean, anything that they do, man, anything that he's done, I've always appreciated it. I've always liked it. Even the D-Light joint, Grooves in the Heart. You know, he has that one little small verse in there.
Yo, my dad put me. Shout out to my
Even
dad.
that song,
He
dope.
put
That
me
song,
on
that
to
song
it.
is dope by itself anyway. But
Yo,
still.
I remember he threw the record on, and I was like, "What do you?" He was like, "I'm telling you, this is the shit."
Yeah.
And he had it first before I even saw the video, and then I remember seeing the video and being like, "Huh?" And then I heard it. It took like 3 or 4 times, and that last time I was like, "This shit is really dope." It was out of there, and I think that's what helped to get me into more of the house, vibe.
It's a good dance track.
Yeah.
It's dope dance track, and and you got Bootsy Collins up in that joint, and you got Q-Tip up in that joint, so it's like it's feel good music, I like music. I like feel good music, things that make me feel good. Now I'm kind of picky,
Right.
because people say, "Oh, you don't like that joint?" No, because they don't hit me.
But even the joint that he did on Solange's album, I forget the name of the
Oh,
song.
I
But
know you're talking about.
yeah, that shit is crazy.
Yeah, I forgot the name of that song. And that's another album that is good. It's good, but I never listened to it like more than twice.
Ooh, Solange's album?
Yeah, I haven't got past that because I've been listening to other stuff.
It's one of those situations where you get through, you're like, yo, this is dope, and then something else comes out and smashes it.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't smash it, it just takes your attention away.
From it. And
I agree
like
with
I said,
you 100%.
last year, I was all No Worries in the new Tribe album all year.
Word?
All No Worries and Tribe album on loop the whole year pretty much. It's horrible, but that's what it was.
Nah, like I could dig it. I mean,
I understand. You missed some damn good music, but I
Yeah,
understand.
you miss some stuff like, okay, well, I just wasn't paying attention at the time.
Yeah.
And then later on, like, oh, wait a minute, there you go. So.
Well, I gotta say, Burb, number one, thank you for taking time away from everything that you do to join us. Number two, well, really a 1A next to that one. I am a fan of you first before I'm your friend.
Dog.
Because you captured me as a hip hop head,
That's
and
respect.
I'm a son of a DJ, so
That's you coming to Houston and being surprised.
well, I had already been here, but it was for me. The culture was so different. When I first moved here,
it's a different
I had a young dude that ran up on me. He was like, "Yo, you from New York?" And I was like, "Yeah." We started talking about music. I'll never forget it. He was in high school, and he was like, "Yo, so what are y'all rocking with?" I was like, "Well, everybody's rocking with." I started naming like Mobb Deep and different members of Boot Camp Clique, and he was like, "Who?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "Nah, down here we jamming South Park Mexican
But the thing is-
and Little Kiki and Slim Thug," and I was like, "Who?"
There were also kids out here watching Pump It Up and watching Rhapsody and watching Yo TV Raps.
So I was just talking to the wrong kid.
Talking to the wrong kid.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I did. I'm glad that I did though, because what it helped me to realize is that until you step out of your fishbowl,
Yeah.
right, you don't really know, like at the time, because internet wasn't really popping like that at the time when I first moved here.
Yeah.
So these acts that were superstars to me were damn near nobodies out here because they didn't have the marketing. They didn't have the word of mouth to say, on a really big scale like they do today.
Like I said, if you didn't watch it on cable on one of the video shows, like
Yeah.
I said, Pump It Up, Rhapsody, and Yo MTV Raps, and Video Music Box,
Yes.
you weren't gonna really hear it unless you listen to like a late night mix show somewhere,
Right.
Yep.
which was like and it's like, and that's how I got into it because I watched Pump It Up, I'll wait for the signal to be right on the video music box so I can watch the Jamiroquai Space Cowboy video. You know, I would like come home from college and like antenna right so I can watch the Space Cowboy video and this question mark asylum video.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like that's how I got into it, and that's how I realized I wasn't digging deep enough in that area. You know, there's a lot of stuff out there I haven't seen, I haven't heard. You know,
because I wouldn't have known about Lords and Underground or Black Sheep or all them other groups if not for video.
Get that for videos. And shout out to Grandfather Clock for the videos at Paid in Full. He brings them out. The old school videos that you get from Rhapsody, that you got from the music box,
Yeah.
He brings those out every second Friday to our Paid in Full event, which is next one is on March 9th. This second Friday, March 9th, is going to be our next event at Cafe 4212.
There it is, folks.
That's what's up.
There it is. Burb, of course, man, for those that are audio only, please let them know where they can reach you at, any social media, anything you've got.
Your
Put that shit
Instagram
out
game
there.
is horrible. I'm gonna need you to step.
I
that
don't
up.
even post on Instagram. I got a picture of like me and Pete Rock, and that's it. Because like that was like
I saw it when
that
I was
life
when I was
goals.
trying to tag you today. I was like,
Yeah.
yo, yeah.
I don't really check my Instagram that much. But it's DJ_Burb on Instagram, DJ_Burb on Twitter, and I have 2 accounts on Facebook. I have DJ Burb, which is my DJ site.
Yeah.
And I have Jason DJ Burb Rogers, which is my personal Facebook.
That's how you know you in with them, because that's the one I follow.
I let everybody in.
Damn.
I'm not
Shit all over that
It's the truth.
Like this.
You ain't special.
Shit.
Well, I mean, people that I talk to on a regular basis, they usually, I usually give them, hit them. Say, okay,
I'll chat with you.
Yeah,
But to co-sign, man, we truly appreciate what you bring to the table, this table, as well as those tables,
Word.
and the fact that you continue to push the culture forward, and you make sure people don't forget. You never forget where the music came from, what truly sowed seeds and inspired some of the artists that they're listening to. These are some of their favorite artists, and that's what we get from you.
Yeah.
So we want to say thank you so much, man.
Thank you, sir.
Especially for this Respect the DJ series, brother.
Oh, man,
we
I had a
had
good
to
time.
have you in here,
I had a
man.
good time. I have more to say, but y'all cut me off.
You know what I'm saying, man. Shit, we have to do a part 2, goddamn it. We gotta do a part 2. Reem, of course, let the good people know where they can reach you at, my G.
As of now,
As of now,
because I'm considering this whole name change thing. So as of now,
yeah,
Reem Boom Bap. I think I'm gonna keep that. It has a nice ring to it.
Yeah.
So Twitter is Reem Boom Bap. Instagram is NYKAY79. That's where I'm at. That's where I be.
there it is. And once again, shout out to all these people: Adonna, we see you, Ahmad, Joseph, Kenneth, Monica, Dion, Sharita, Hathia or Hithia.
Oh, and another thing
Yo,
too.
what up?
I noticed that those who know be falling through. Robert Glasper came through. Zoe came through.
Zoe came through.
And I was hot because each one of those nights that I wanted to go, and I was like, I'll catch it later.
Lady of Rage came through.
Lady of Rage was there.
That was a surprise attack because they were doing a play, and
Nice.
she was in town, and she rolled through and actually rhymed with a track that DJ Nibbles was playing, that one of her old songs.
Nice.
She actually got the microphone and started rhyming.
That's what's up.
dope.
My
You
bad,
gotta
man. I
show
know
that.
G's trying to wrap it up.
It's all
man.
good, man. We got stories to tell. Shit, I'm with that. For those that are tuned in right now, Facebook Livers, once again, we appreciate the love. We don't rock with the whole show, but I was like, fuck it, man. We just keep the party moving today on Facebook Live. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you go over to sphere.tv/Boom Bap. And of course, we've got some options for you. You can get with us on iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play Music, Stitcher, Spreaker, YouTube, and of course, iHeartRadio. And for our Amazon Alexa folks, you can always install the Spreaker skill and listen to us right in your kitchen or in your bedroom, wherever the case is where you got that Amazon Echo. Now, if you love what we're doing, make sure you share the show out and make sure you sow a seed into us. The sphere.tv/donate. We've got a couple of options. You can donate on the website or via Patreon. But outside of that, remember the shit that we always say at the end of the show. Rap minus lies, good people, equals hip hop.
Word up.
And that's that boom bap. We'll see y'all next time.
Peace.
Peace.